I'm not sure where to even begin after watching this awful movie recently released called Santa Games. First and foremost, it is highly politically correct, which shines right through in the jokes, the characters, and the general feeling of the movie. All of that is, of course, not the only problem, but in the way this movie is told, those finding this funny are exclusively those that are a fan of woke culture. So I will absolutely call this a restricted comedy where you don't try to make everybody laugh, but only one specific group. As far as quality is concerned, this movie is on the same level as one other awful movie that came out this year called DC League of Super Pets. That was also a very woke movie that didn't try to include other people than one specific group. It should also be said that we got some very bad characters in the movie, like the Santa in the main role and DJ Snowbiz, which gotta be one of the worst movie characters ever made. She takes the movie into a realm of a reality show, and by the time this does not feel like an actual real movie, with all that TikTok based stuff they are making, just doesn't make it appealing, especially to older audiences. Perhaps it is supposed to be a fantasy, but those games they are making aren't especially pretty epic or competitive either. You miss a strong sense of competitiveness, and you should actually have felt a competitive spirit that actually entertains you. This is simply a movie that lacks everything: the characters, the story, the plot, the acting, the comedy. It is just all flat and hopeless. That's also just another reason why it's the worst Christmas movie ever made. And if you are looking to get that famous Christmas spirit, please don't watch this, guys, because it will absolutely drain your Christmas spirits away. I think actually a blind owl could have written a better movie than this, because it is not only one of the worst movies this year, but perhaps one of the worst movies of all times. The goal of this story is perhaps to tell the emotional story of a black Santa in a mall through generations. But that story is not either shown in a particularly good way. Some of the ways you could have done that better is to show those the father and the grandfather of the main Santa as real Santa characters. That's the way I feel the story could have been more interesting. I absolutely feel, guys, that any Christmas movie is better than this, and this is just another example that when you try to make a movie too woke, you fall hard on the ratings, just like the producers of this movie did. You need to strike a balance and not just write in characters to be part of a quota. That's why, for me, this is only enough for a 2 out of 10.